Now then, lads, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to season number 2 of the RTG. That's right, we're going to be kicking off season number 2 today in this episode, and as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about it. Now, spoiler alert, if you did not see the end of the season, I'm going to spoil it for you. That's why I said spoiler alert. But we did manage to win the league. The board, for some strange reason, still hate your boy Yorkie. I don't know why. Some people around this place are calling me the King of Yorkshire, and I like that. I really like that. But the board seem to have an issue with me, and I don't know why. But we have a massive episode coming up today, lads. An absolutely massive episode. You already know that here in League One, this is going to be a million times more difficult, and we need to make some huge improvements to this squad. Now, if you didn't watch the last episode and you're just coming on to this one, you probably won't know what a budget is, but a budget is 3.29 million, which is decent. It's workable. It's maybe 3 very good players for 3.29 million that can come into the first team and have an impact straight away in this season. That's going to be important moving forward because we have no idea until we get into the games how difficult this league season is. Now, loan options might be more available here in season number 2, so we are going to try loans again. Hopefully, we manage to get a loan deal in. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we'll try and make some loan deals from some of the bigger teams, the Prem sides, see if we can get them in like we did in season number 1. Maybe they'll be more accepted now that we're in League 1. Who knows? We'll find out together. But before we get into the mammoth task of building this team for League 1 football, make sure to slap the subscribe button if you're new around here, as well as hitting the like button if you go on to enjoy the video. The like button is a really big indicator to me that you guys are enjoying the series, and we'll keep on doing it. This is a bit of an experimental series for me because we've never done an RTG on the channel, and I just want to see if it's possible for us to keep an RTG going for several months and still have decent viewership on the channel. Now, there's been a lot of suggestions. I'm scouting a lot of players again. We will instantly look at the transfer list here, but bear in mind who you've suggested might not be on this list yet because there's been a lot of suggestions and the scouts just seem to take forever. Now, I am not willing to part with any of that money that I have at this moment in time to hire a new scout. I'm just not willing to do it, not at this stage. Now, in this window, we are going to be looking at the free agency to improve the team because we only have 2 centre-backs at the moment. Vasella's left because he just wasn't very good, and Naba was on loan. So we only have 2 centre-backs, and they had some frailties last season, we could say. That means we really need to improve the back line in this window. That's going to be the most important thing. Now, we will probably spend a big chunk of money on one of the centre-backs. Fantastic. But we only have 3.29 million. So we are going to have to look at the free agency. I don't know if this lad will be brought in, but we are going to look into free agency and hopefully bring in some players. I wouldn't mind bringing in some veterans of Championship and League 1 football to the team. Now, there is one transfer that I knew I was going to do regardless of anything, and it is the man that finished just behind of Elliot List in the goal scoring chart for League 2, and it is Dom Telford. I think he's going to be brilliant. He's far better than a League 2 player, in my opinion, and we saw that last season. Now, he is apparently a little bit injury prone, but we're not going to let that worry us. Hopefully, we can get him for 1.5 million. That would be the ideal scenario here, and not 2 million. But we just coming out of this, and we are swinging here at the start of this window. We are swinging and going big for one of the better players in the league last year. We are not giving up one of our best youth prospects, though, in order to do it. We will go with 1.44. Hopefully, they'll accept it. I don't like the sell-on clause because we want to make money in the future. 1.6 and no sell-on clause. Hopefully, we can get that one over the line. We will do, and we'll negotiate a contract for Dom Telford. A partnership of List and Telford could be unbelievable, but it's also the added that if List got injured, we would be in major trouble. And I mean major trouble. I don't know what we'd do if Elliot List got injured last season. We'd probably not have got promoted. Now we're going to have the safety net of having 2 very good strikers in the mid-20s that are going to be able to do a job. Doesn't want a ridiculous wage either, which is perfect. We're going to have to use this wage budget, as you know, to try and drive in free transfers. So there we go. Dom Telford, the first signing of the RTG for season number 2. Crazy, isn't it? Both first signings of the season have been strikers. Now we need to go forward one day in order to see if we're going to get any more money from the players that are going to leave. So we have moved forward a day and the players have left. So now we're up to 2.54 million and 27k on the wages. So that is fantastic news. We've got a transfer bid here for Lund. I don't want to let Lund go. Lund is arguably the best passer we've got in the center of the park. And although he is 31, and might go down. I think we're really going to need him this season. We've got some good young centre mids, though. I must admit that. We do have some really good young centre mids that are going to get opportunities this season. But of course, with Kelly going, who was really good for me last year, I need that experience there. And Lowe and Lund are just key to the way we operate. I'm thinking that we might try and sell Watson, maybe, because he didn't have a good time and his contract's going to be up. I am going to give Matty Willock a second opportunity this season. You get Tom Elliott back as well. He was on loan at Bradford City, who I am going to transfer list, because I think I'd rather bring in the money for it. Right, so as I mentioned, we're scouting a load of players. But obviously, I've gone through free transfers and looked at a few players that are on the free agency, and there was a lot. Too many to actually scout. So some of these players we're going to make a punt on. The first player I'm going to take a punt on here is Brandon Austin. He would be a fantastic backup goalkeeper, and we need a backup goalkeeper depending on what kind of contract we can negotiate with Brandon and what he wants. We can't be paying too much money. It's always easier if they tell you what they want, and he only wants 1,900 a week, so that is fantastic. He ends up being 66 rated as well, so we've now got a really good backup goalkeeper. We've got King and then also Brandon Austin, who we will rotate between this season. There's a lot of players here that straight out of the bat that we could probably go for, but I'm going to give it a bit of time. We are scouting some of them, and I don't want to just sign tons of free agents. I don't think it would be fair. Some of them make complete sense. Some of them maybe are a bit 50. This Italian lad, he's arguably extremely good at centre mid, and I would love to have him, but then I'm thinking in my head, maybe he's too good, and without knowing what he's rated, I don't think it's right to bring him in. One player we could go for and bring in straight away is Barrow. He's an ex-Reading player and potentially would be good for us for 1 or 2 seasons. We do need a little bit help on the left-hand side because Morris is not getting any younger. So really, we've only got Hunter. It depends on the contract, though. One thing that should be said about Barrow is we've got the plus side that he's very experienced at this level and above. And also, he's extremely quick, so we keep that kind of athletic player in the team. Only wants 1 year. I want at least 2 years. Does want a big contract. I'm actually going to walk away from Barrow for now. That's a lot of money for him. One of my backup options could be Liam Burt. I like the look of him, as well as Bella. Bella would probably be the more established of the two, the Angolan. But I feel like this will be a high wage. He wants a release clause as well, which, do you know what? He's a free transfer. We'll actually accept it. Again, he wants a very high wage. Bella would be really good, but I don't want to pay that wage. 250,000 signing on fee as well. I wasn't too keen on. So at this stage, it is all on Liam Burt and whether we can bring in the 23-year-old Scotsman. We do have a bit of a Scottish theme at the club, and I like it. So I like the idea that we'd be bringing him in. He's only 23, so there's room for improvement, which is always good. And his contract is much more feasible. $2,000 a week to bring in Liam Burt as a backup left mid. A shame we couldn't get either of these two in, but maybe they're just a little bit too big for where we're at the moment. And I can't just be handing... Look at the wages we're paying here. I can't be handing out that kind of wage. He is going to be 63 rated, Liam Burt. Not really League One quality, but as I say, he's a backup. Does mean we could make a decision on Morris. Considering he's 65 rated, he's very good, but he's 30. And in the last year of his contract, maybe the idea to go with the backup being youth with Liam Burt. I like the fact he's versatile as well. I think maybe we should try and make some money for Josh and then put that into the centre-back positions. Some more good news for us, though. Conor McAlnay is back. So the options at Cam are stacked now. There's a transfer offer for Watson, 410,000. We're going to accept that. We could maybe eke out 20 or 30,000 more, but I think for a player that's not played much, we shouldn't be getting top premium for him. We have got an offer here for Morris, and it is a good offer, 610,000 for him. A little bit gutting to let him go, but it does make sense. I think we have to be quite strict sometimes with some of the players. And Morris was good for us, but we didn't use him too much. I kind of preferred Hunter when Hunter was fit. A decent bid for Tom Elliott as well, 320,000. So even just here between these players, we're making nearly 1.5 mil. We still need a centre-back. And Denny's Bain, or Bain, I'm going to call him Bain, is on the freebies. And we're going to see what wage he wants. We don't fully know how good he is. That's one thing. We know he wants crucial, which is making me think he's probably decently rated. He's 29, so it won't be too long of a contract. And if anything, he might just run down his contract here. Well, he hasn't told us what wage he would like. Well, I think he's going to be decent, so I will go for 3,000. But that's kind of my limit, and he's not happy with it. He thinks it's insulting, and it kind of just goes to show that he was far too good for us. I wouldn't say I'm starting to get a bit nervous, but we're still yet to find a centre-back that makes sense right now for a decent fee. And that is worrying me a little bit. We've got Wolfenden, Luke Wolfenden, for about 2 million. Doyle for just too much. Doyle would be the best, but he's just too much. We've got O'Connor, which would be picking up someone from the league below, but they don't want to sell him. I've got Taylor Moore here as well, who would probably be the cheapest option at the moment. At 68 rated, Taylor Moore could be really good. I've also got Connor here as well, who would be cheap as well. So it would be between these two at the moment, but the wages are quite high. We're going to test the water with this Italian central midfielder, because it is somewhere I'm a bit worried about, to be honest with you, is the center of the park. It's where all the moves are going to be made from. And we're just going to give it a go. We're going to see what kind of wage you would want. He's someone who I would pay a little bit more than normal, but I kind of think he's probably going to be out of my price range. I feel like I'm going to insult him here, but I'm going to offer him 5 grand a week and about 50k signing on. And I think he's just going to walk away. And yes, I've insulted several people today, boys. So we've managed to move out Morris and Watson. Let's take our transfer budget to 4.14 million. Now, there is a free young English central midfielder here called Harry Banks that can play centre mid and cam. We're going to give him a go. He wants to be an important player. The recommended wage there is what's filling me with confidence. We can buy him. We can see what we could do with him. He's 66 rated already. We'll see if he improves massively, but he should be decent for us at this level. So at this stage, we've done some good business for me. Telford, Austin, Burt, and Banks all coming into the club. I'm not going to lie, I haven't managed to get too far forward, but now we're going to go for Timmy Abraham, another player that's been released. I think he was at Fulham. I'm not sure, but he was at Fulham at some stage. I think he might have played for MK Dons as well. I'm not sure, but he's been moved around this league quite consistently. We only have 2 strikers. Now, if there are injuries, it would worry me. I would like to have 3 strikers going into this season, and that's why we're going to try and bring in Timmy Abraham. I don't actually know if he's related to Tammy at all. He might be. That's the Timmy Abraham deal done. Not an expensive wage as well. There's a theme there. We're being very clever with our money, and that will probably be it now for free transfers. Now, the rest of the deals that are made will probably be of monetary value. With the 4.1 million we've got left, we've kind of just padded the squad without signing anyone ridiculous in the free agency. So we've now managed to move on Elliott and Morris as well. We've got a transfer here for Tom King, who it's just not going to happen. If it was a bigger English side, you know, I'll let players go. You guys know, if you've watched this series regularly, if it's a big bid from a team that we should be selling to, I will do. But I think the move for him to Germany just wouldn't make sense. So the budget is 4.31 million. We got 32k on the wages, which should allow me to at least bring in 1 centre-back at this stage. I do want you guys to get a bit of a say, but I'm going to go in for Taylor Moore to be the first centre-back. There is the option that we could go in for Doyle, though. I want feedback on that, but we could actually sign Doyle, considering the money we now have. Of course, if there's any more recommendations, make sure to get them in. I love the recommendations. You guys have been smashing the comment section. That's why we've got such a big transfer list. Now, about 1.5 million for Moore is a great deal. They'll accept it straight off the bat. 1.5 million. I can't believe he's going to be that cheap. He should be very good for us. At 25, I think he'll still grow. This is going to be probably the worrying thing for me at the moment, is how much he's going to want wages wise. Don't mind paying a little bit extra, knowing that he's going to be a starter in the team for the long term, and it's actually not as bad as expected. 6,600, I'll take that. And there we go, a new starting centre back. What a big deal that is. He will play alongside Turnbull for now. He will do, and I think we'll give Lund the captain's armband. We'll see, but at this stage, he's definitely going to be playing next to Turnbull. So here we go then. First game of the league season. League One as well. League One Salford now is what we can say. And this will be the starting 11 for the first game of the season. Elliott List up top, Tierney behind him. That's who I've opted for today. Asante on the right, Bolton behind him. More starting centre-back. Banks is going to get his first game in the team. More than anything, I just want to see how he does. I don't know who Lund's partnership is going to be this season yet. Will it be Willock? Will it be Banks? Will it be Kelly, the young Scottish lad that we have? I do not know. This is the Bolton starting 11. I don't know that much about it, so we'll look at it in match. Of course, Mr. Dom Telford on the bench for this one. And I hope we get to see him today. We will do, because Elliott List, I think, will have a good start to the season. They're both now 67 rating. Elliott List has gone up to 67. A few players have gone up, actually, to kick off the season. But I never know how deep to go into stuff when it comes to these series, whether you like short and snappy or you like a little bit more in depth. But I think today we'll take a cheeky look at the Bolton squad because I haven't watched a lot of lower league football since Leeds managed to make it to the Premiership, which is my own fault and really just lack of time. So I don't know too many players at this level. I do know Sadler. I know him. He's pretty decent, 65 rated. But we can kind of match them up to our squad. And this Bolton team is not miles better than ours. I would say it's definitely better, but it's not a country mile better. Well, at home to kick off the season, you like to think that you're going to get a victory, don't you? When you're the home team, starting a new season, you like to think that you can get off to winning ways. I think we've got the attacking prowess to cause anyone problems at this level. Good ball there into Banks. Intrigued to see how Banks gets on. It'll be an insight into the 18-year-old. He looks like a very tidy player. He's made a very good run there as Banks here early in the game. He couldn't get it across. He's going to win it back, though. Couldn't get it across again to Elliot List, but a nice, bright start from him. And this is where we're going to be watching us closely this season, defensively. We was awful at times last year, really bad at times. I was pulling my hair at some stages of the season with some of the defending. I'm hoping we're going to see better this season. Nice move forward here. We'll play it out wide. And we've got to just see what teams are going to have to offer. I really am a little bit nervous. Well in more, though. He did fantastically. Banks will be able to break now. Elliot List is making a run. Oh, my God, what a ball that is from Banks. League One Elliot List for the first goal of the season, and it's saved by Trafford. Oh, my God, that was such a big moment there for Elliot List to get his first goal in the League One calendar. What a ball through from Banks. Maybe he's going to be extremely good. I do have to prepare myself that some of the better players, as per usual, we will move on if big teams come in for them. We have escaped that so far. We won't escape that forever as Ashley Hunter plays in a decent ball. It wasn't well timed. It's back in. The thing is when Telford's on the pitch, I will be able to play those balls into the box. 25 minutes into our first League One game. I don't think we've looked bad as Hunter wins the football back here. What can he do? He's going to ping that one back across. Tierney now finds Banks. What can Banks do? I'll ping that one out wide. He just couldn't get the ball out. We needed to do more with the ball one back there from Ashley. Turnbull. Oh, it's a poor pass. We're just playing a few bad passes. They played a bad pass there, and that lad's on a yellow card. He wants to be careful. Go on then, Hunter. Try and play that one in behind. I get it to Hunter. Good footwork from him. That's lovely play to Teray. Teray across. Back across again. Brandon Asante now for 1-0. Oh, he's hit the post. We've certainly had the better chances of the two sides. Elliot List, Brandon Asante, and I can't believe we haven't found the back of the net. Well, that's half-time in our first game in League One, and I'm pretty happy with it. That was a decent performance, if you ask me. Let's see what this second half's got to offer. The first half was pretty difficult, but we created enough, didn't we? To say that we're playing against a League One side, I feel like we still caused enough problems. An early Bolton corner. What can they do with it? I just need to compose myself a little bit. Oh my God, I don't like this. They've been dangerous, to be honest with you, at times. So have we, but Bolton have started this second half far better than the first. We do here, just stop the ball in. That's all we need to do. Oh, it's a good ball played across. Good turn, good shot, good save from King. Oh, Bolton kept it in, and maybe he shouldn't have kept it in. Maybe he shouldn't have kept it in. Oh, they've scored. You have to question what Bolton was doing there. Oh, has he given a penalty? They didn't give him the goal. I mean, it should have been a goal. Can we save the penalty? This would be huge from King. He can't save it. 1-0 Bolton, and it's all from sloppy play from Bolton. Our right back Bolton, not Bolton the club. That's very confusing, and I didn't think about that. I'm on about Reece Bolton. What a shame that is. I think we've been the better team. They came out really strong there, though, didn't they, at the start of the second half here? Well, they've given it away to Bolton. A little bit of an opportunity for him to kind of get himself back on the right foot. Ashley Hunter now. That's lovely play. That's lovely play. We're in. Tierney! Oh, well saved. It was a rail tight angle for Tierney. Bolton's had a bit of a hit and miss game. Every now and again, he's done something good in winning the football back. And also, every now and again, he's done something bad. Moore has had a good game, I'll tell you that. I know he gave away the penalty, but it was give away the penalty or let them score a goal. To be honest with you, what a ball that is from Hunter. And Tierney has the opportunity to score the first League One goal, and he's not going to score it. How have we not found the back of the net? Lado. Oh my God. Lado, first goal of the season. It's going to be Lado. It's going to be the young Swedish star that scores the first goal in League One for Salford City. And this 19-year-old is a beast. At 79 rated. And there we go. 1-1 Salford, and we thoroughly deserve it. But look at that turn away from his man. And look at that finish. Well, that's why we needed the strength in depth. We knew we needed that, and that's what we've got. That's what we can bring off the bench. When the rest of the boys are tired, when the Bolton players are tired, that's what we can bring off the bench to do damage with. Salford City won, Bolton won. I think we should have won the game, but I'll take a point opening day of the season against a League One quality side. I think we had great moments in that game, and I can't believe our young Swede, Miko or Lado, it doesn't make a difference to us, but he's back in the goals already, and he scores the first goal in League One. There's no shock here. We've got some big bids coming in. I know he's not going, but we would have to start considering this because it's Everton, but we're not selling him. Elliot List, a decent offer from Peterborough, but we're not selling him to Peterborough, one of our rivals in this league. Turnbull will be going nowhere either, but Miko/Lado, we would have to start thinking about if teams like Everton are going to keep coming in, but it's got to be a lot more than what it is at the moment. Right, so it's time for game number 2, and we're not going to sim a game yet because I'm just super excited about being in League One. McAlnay comes in for his first start since injury. This is a huge moment for him to get back into the team and have this opportunity where hopefully we can maybe get our first win of the season. The reason we're playing this one is because I think Wimbledon is a side that we should be beating. I must admit, I will find it very difficult to choose the games that we're going to sim, but I will get to it. I want to roughly do a month episode, and what we usually do is 2 episodes for the transfer window, if there's enough to do. Like the January window, there wasn't a lot going on. This time around, there might be a lot more going on in the January window. So that's kind of how we'll work it. So this month will be split into 2 episodes, so I'm not too stressed. And we've done a lot of business in this first episode, so I don't know how long this is running. You guys may have needed to have made a beverage and got some snacks at the start of this one. Now again, I'm just going to take a cheeky look at Wimbledon. If you guys think it's cool to see this on screen, then I'll keep showing it on screen. If not, I'll do this myself and we won't actually show it, but they're going to be weak up top today. Corey Andrews, 59 rated, so that fills me with some confidence. Although our 59 rated Swedish cam does a decent job. Luke McCormick has been around these leagues for a while. Dapo is very quick. I think he's the ex-Rangers lad. But this is a pretty decent team. Like, this could be a test, but I would say they're roughly around the same as us. A little bit like Bolton was, which means this should be the kind of side that we're trying to take 3 points from. In my brain, I'm kind of feeling like mid-table this season would be really good. If we do anything else above that, then that's fantastic. But mid-table would be fantastic. McAlnay there. He's going to get that one over to Asante. Asante's going to ping it right across and couldn't find the header, but it's good movement already. And I'll tell you something, although he's gone down in rating, McAlnay's balance and touch is still 100% there. Oh, Banks did brilliantly. He wins the ball back. That was a bad touch. We're going to get it over and we're not. Hunter needed a bit more touch. You know I'm not good with the chips. Dapo to Corey Andrews, and that's what we wanted more for. Absolutely fantastic. I give it away. Sante, Banks, McAlnay. Is that to Asante? Sante's run is brilliant. Asante's run is brilliant. Asante's still going. He's still going, and what a goal that would have been from Asante. We need more of that from him, that powerful drive forward. Oh, Banks wins it back. Oh, he's pulled it back across. It's McAlnay. His first game back in the club. McAlnay, of course he scores it. It's McAlnay. He makes it 1-0 Salford City. I'm so happy to see him back in the goals, back in the team. I don't care that his overall rating's gone down. The man was unbelievable for us for half of last season, and then he had that terrible 7-month injury, but he is back, and he's back in the goals. We get lucky. Banks wins the ball back, plays it into McAlnay. I did think about sweating it to Elliot List, but he was being marked very tightly, and from that angle, it's just a brilliant finish, and this is what he did the entirety of last season. Let's have some more of that. I really love a big high-scoring performance from us here. But now I'm sport for choice at Cam Rayleigh, aren't I? Tierney, though, can play a bit deeper. And Tierney probably will play deeper a lot more this season. Oh, Elliot List is just... he's special, isn't he? Elliot List is special. Asante now. The ball's going to be good. Oh, my God. What a clearance that was from Lawrence. Lund now has been found. Pull that one back to Banks. Banks will pull that one wide. Hunter. Back into Banks. Banks there. Close foot. Oh, my God. McAlnay will be kicking himself. Another opportunity for a corner goal that we seem to not be able to score. And how has the keeper saved it? I have no clue. I'm going to be given another opportunity. I'm going into that way again, and that's a good ball, and this time we will score a corner. It's East Ham. I chose to play him today ahead of Turnbull, and he's bagged himself a goal, and we're 2-0 up here in League One. Well, you've got to love an away day when it's going your way. You really do. Oh, well in Bolton. Bolton wins it back. Elliot List now. He's going to reverse it, but oh my God, what a ball that is to McAlney. Oh my God, what a ball that was to McAlney. And that man makes it 3-0. I tell you something, I really like the link-up that Elliot List has had with Tierney, that he's had with Lado, but there is no one that he links up better with than McAlney. Look at this ball from Elliot List. Unbelievable. And the movement from McAlney creates the goal. And we're 3-0 up, boys. Well, we'll rest Elliot List this stage. We're going to bring him off. We're going to bring on Telford. Imagine having Telford on the bench to be able to bring on. We're also bringing on the young Scotsman, Kelly, in the centre of the park for Banks to give him an opportunity. See how he gets on. That's a good ball over from Wimbledon. Again, though, I want a clean sheet. Bolton's going to be up against him. I feel like Bolton did enough there. What can we do here in this situation? This is dangerous. Played across. Well blocked from Toure. Hunter can break on it, can he? McAlney now. He wants Dom Telford there. He's got him, but it's not good. And I lied about Dom Telford. I thought he was taller than he is. He isn't. He's 5'8". So he's actually shorter than Elliot List. So high crosses in. They're not going to be a thing with Telford either. Oh, this is nice play from Wimbledon. Would be just a consolation. But it is nice play, and what I say from King. Has to be one of the most common said phrases in this career mode. What a nice save from King. Oh my God. What a nice save from King. He's got a bit of pressure behind him, of course, this season as well, with Austin coming in, who we know could be a very good goalkeeper for us in the future, and he's going to get super unlucky there, is King. He saves it, but he palms it into the path of McCormick. And to be honest with you, since the third goal went in, we've kind of taken our foot off the pedal a little bit. I think the biggest part about this one today is that McAlney managed to get a full game in, and he's on a hat-trick. That's probably the biggest selling point for me moving forward in the season, is that we managed to get McAlney a full game, and Telford's going to pick this up here now. Oh, his footwork, his touch just wasn't quite up to speed yet, is he, Telford? But he will get there. There's no doubt about that. Kelly now will play it into McNeil. McNeil back across to Telford. Never mind. He's up to speed. He's up to speed. He's our Dominic Telford. And he'll make it 4-1 Salford. It's really nice to see Kelly and McNeil link up here, the two youngsters. Now, we will have some customization options for you with them, but there's one thing I will say. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter as well. Twitter mainly because that's where I tweet a lot of when the videos are going out, and Twitch because why not come and hang out with us sometimes? We do a lot of Football Manager, to be honest with you, mainly, and I think once FIFA 23 comes out, we'll do a lot more FIFA content on Twitch. All my socials are just at Yorkiemann. I know sometimes the links down below don't work, but if you type in Yorkiemann, I should come up. Just me. There we go. First victory in League One, and we win it 4-1. Emphatically. Brilliant performance from the boys. It's great to see McAlney back in the team. I can't express to you how much I get into these saves and how happy I am after that injury that he comes back in and bags a brace, as well as seeing Elliot List play so well, as well as seeing us score our first corner, and Telford getting his first goal for the club. That was a huge mouthful. I'm not going to lie. That was a lot, but I love those moments. I love those moments in career mode. We've got the EFL Cup next, and the question as always, do we care about it? No, I'm going to sim it. Gives me the opportunity to rotate a little bit, and if we're being honest, we will focus a little bit on the FA Cup because they want us to get the round of 16, but in the Carabao at this stage, it's just not worthwhile. And as expected, we don't beat Bournemouth, but we don't just lose to them gracefully. We lose 5-1. We got absolutely battered. We got another transfer offer now from Bristol City for Elliot List, and the clubs that are starting to come in for him are worrying me because, as you know, we will have to sell him if the right kind of bid from the right kind of club comes in. Board do also love me a little bit more at this stage. But next time out, we're going to be kicking things off quite action-packed. We'll probably play 3 games because there isn't that much business left to do, although we do have some money burning a hole in our pocket. Most likely needs to go on another centre-back. I hope you all enjoyed the start of season number 2, though. I really enjoyed it. Make sure to smash that like button to show that support and leave comments of feedback and thoughts on episode number 1 of season 2. Appreciate you all. Stay safe, and I'll see you for episode number 2 at the end of the transfer window.